Hello sir, my name is Niresh Kumar. I'm from batch 27A. My ID number is 0DM06222101. Today we are going to start with Introduction to Ethics and Professionalism. The word moral behavior refers to judging a citizen's personal, which is mainly employee, and personal conduct in contrast of societal norms. The word ethical behavior refers to that citizen conduct in professional concerns and is praised in contrast to the norms of the profession, which are explicitly defined in declarations called Code of Ethics. A professional specialized in expertise must be employed to four entities: the employer, the employer's customer, the profession, and most significantly, society. A professional has valid moral responsibility which relates to ethics and professionalism. In professional settings, ethical issues are critical for preserving trust, integrity, and credibility. Professionalism refers to the behaviors, attitudes, and characteristics that distinguish a competent and ethical professional, whereas it goes beyond technical skills to knowledge to emphasize the value of human connections, dependability, and continual growth. Integrity in ethics is being genuine and direct in all activities and conversation. It entails not deceiving others and giving truthful facts. Individuals that practice ethical integrity must be consistent in their principles and ideals. It entails adopting the same ethical norms, and such as it is so essential that it has healthcare law or counseling. It has a lot of, so each part has their own ethics and professionalism. Let's say for lawyers, when it comes to law management, it comes to lawyers, you can see how they manage their personality development, how their ethics, how their appearance, how their dress codes and everything. Yeah, that shows that they have ethics and professionalism and they are following it as a employee working under the government. Personal integrity helps to develop confidence among colleagues, clients, and stakeholders. Trust is the cornerstone of professional relationship and is frequently earned via constant ethical behavior. Maintaining professionalism entails making judgments that are ethically sound, even if they are challenging. This may entail opposing external influence that might undermine one's principle. To summarize ethics and professionalism, it is critical to both personal and organizational success. They lay of the groundwork for responsible decision making, productivity, relationship, and the general well-being of individuals and the communities they serve. Because when they adapt these values, it's not just professional responsibility but also road long term to successful and fulfillment of an employee in a company. Let's say this is where they learn how to build themselves through ethics, how to develop themselves through professionalism. The next is the company that we I'm going to talk about our background of the company. The company that we went and proceed our interview with in our final course is Delta Z Force Security Company, which is located at lot 11 9C-2 second floor, Klang Lama, New Business Center, 31/2 miles per way, Jalan Klang Lama, 58000, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. They started in 2007 holding a valid license in Malaysia. The firm has many locations around the nation, so it means that they are not only at Wilayah, they are in all of the states. They provide their clients with the best security service possible. Delta Z4 Security Service, which is Sentiran Berhad, plans to expand its operation throughout Malaysia, so they are still in process of expanding their whole branch in Malaysia. For the last 15 years, Delta Z4 Security Service has operated profitably, earning recognition and as trustworthy and reliable security services provider in addition to the faith and trust of several business organizations throughout the country. They just don't focus on private companies, but they also focus on government companies too. So this business, which is entirely owned by Bumiputras, which is Malay citizens, offers the greatest security service to a wide range of clients, including the government, as I said so, business in the private sector, financial institutions, retailers, residential areas, industries, and many more. The main person who created this Delta Z Force security is reputable Captain TLDM Tajuddin bin Yahya. The founder of Delta Z Force Security Service was in the Royal Malaysian Navy till his retirement. In addition, he has managed to and supplied labor for the leading security companies in the nation for 15 years. That's all from me. Thank you, sir.
Right. Hi sir, my name is Magir Alalaki Anamalai and my ID number is DEM07222093 and I'm from batch 27A. Well, today I would like to explain about background of the ethical problem. Well, the main problem that we have found in Delta Z4 Security Sendirian Berhad is bad attitude and discipline. The creation of negative attitudes and discipline difficulties is a complex challenge that may have a substantial influence on workplace culture, productivity, and ethical integrity within the complicated framework of organizational dynamics. Investigating these issues, history, and the underlying causes and environmental influences that contribute to their occurrence is essential to solving them. Individual behavior, organizational culture, and outside factors interact in a complicated way to cause discipline and poor attitude ethical issues. Well, the impact of corporate culture and values is a crucial component of this background. Employee attitudes and behaviors are greatly influenced by the organizational culture, which is defined by leadership, conventions, and past practices. Employees may feel more confident to act unethically when they work in circumstances where unethical behavior is either ignored or accepted. Furthermore, outside variables like competitiveness, cultural trends, and market pressures can affect attitudes and actions within an organization. Employees may feel pressure to put results ahead of ethical considerations in businesses that are known for their fierce rivalry or quick development, which can result in a casual attitude towards ethical norms. In a similar vein, patterns and conventions in society around responsibility, accountability, and work-life balance can affect how employees behave and how they see disciplinary measures. The function of leadership and management techniques is another important component of the backdrop of disciplinary issues and negative attitudes. Through their choices, actions, and modes of communications, leaders establish the standards for behavior, effective manners, or prioritize success over ethical conduct. It may give the impression that ethical failures are acceptable or even encouraged. Bad attitudes and disciplinary problems can also arise as a result of individual variables, including personality traits, values, and life experiences. Workers with limited moral reasoning skills or a tendency towards unethical behavior may be more likely to commit misbehavior, especially in a work settings without a clear standards or accountability frameworks. Employee views towards authority and rule compliance can also be influenced by personal experiences, such as prior instances of unfairness or unfair treatment that they believe they have received. Moreover, the prevalence of negative attitudes and disciplinary issues may also be attributed to systemic factors, including organizational structures, policies, and incentives. Workers may feel disenfranchised and disempowered in hierarchical organizations with inflexible structures and centralized decision-making procedures, which can fuel discontent and resistance. In a similar vein, incentive schemes that heavily penalize failure or reward immediate achievement have the potential to encourage unethical behavior and jeopardize long-term ethical concerns. Moreover, poor attitudes towards work can also be caused by a variety of other causes, including workplace culture, external force, and mission conditions. It is visible that certain organizations struggle with low morale. Examples include the following: careless and casual handling of the company current tools and machinery, an overall nonchalant attitude among staff members in the performance of their duties, and the increasingly persistent problem of erroneous service provision that negatively impacts the public. It is vital to assess and investigate the root causes of negative attitudes towards work in an effort to analytically and practically conceptualize why employees have a bad attitude towards companies. In the end, a complex interaction of internal, external, and organizational variables characterizes the background of workplace discipline and poor attitudes. Through an awareness of the contextual factors and underlying dynamics that give rise to these issues, organizations may create preventative and intervention measures that are more successful. Organization may reduce the negative effects of poor attitude and disciplinary difficulties and create a more moral, effective, and peaceful work environment by cultivating an ethical culture, encouraging moral leadership, and resolving systemic problems. Well, sir, for the interviewee details and information collected, our team have interviewed Mallika Naidu Anna Perempuan Magendraw, age 25 years old, and her position in that company is management staff. Well, we successfully gathered information such as no matter what their discipline, employees have a moral attitude to bring to an organization, according to Ms. Mallika Naidu. Secondly, it was stated that if a worker starts to voice his complaints, it might lead to other employees becoming displeased. Bad attitudes may consequently influence the workplace, making employees indifferent and depressed, which will increase the likelihood of mistakes being made and lower performance. Furthermore, most of the time, a group of employees can contribute to a bad work attitude by serving as the root of widespread unhappiness. Some of the Bumiputra workers are lazy to come to work, comparing to foreign workers from Nepal. Finally, when it comes to attitude, some of the workers play their phone, ignores the people, sleeping in workplace, and many more. Well, sir, this statement we have collected from Ms. Mallika Naidu. And that's all from me. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Joani. I'm Naresh Analaki Ravichandran from batch 27A and my ID number is DN062234. Today I would like to share about my part, which is recommendations to solve the identified ethical problems. The prevalence of negative attitude and disciplinary difficulties in today's complex and dynamic work and environment presents substantial challenges for organizations that aims to uphold ethical standards and cultivate a healthy workplace culture. A comprehensive strategy that incorporates preventative actions, sensible legislation, and continuing support system is needed to address these issues. Organizations may foster good discipline and ethical behavior in their workplace by putting specific recommendations into practice. This will improve productivity, employee happiness, and organizational integrity. First and foremost, set out explicit standards and directives for professional and ethical behavior. To do this, through codes of conduct, ethical guidelines, and behavior standards outlining the norms and values of organization must be developed. Organizations also fund continuing ethics education and training programs so that staff members have the information and abilities needed to resolve moral conundrums and reach morally sound judgment. Topics like ethical reasoning, resolving conflicts, and the value of integrity in the workplace ought to be included in this program. To handle instances of unethical behavior or misconduct, organizations must need to develop effective disciplinary rules and process in addition to proactive measures. These rules must be reasonable, open and regularly applied. They ought to provide precise instructions for handling disciplinary matters while upholding the rights of workers and the due process clause. Organizations should place a high priority on developing its leaders and encouraging moral leadership at all levels of the company. Organizational culture is shaped by leaders and managers who also establish standards for moral behavior. Organizations should foster honest and open lines of communication so that the staff members voice concerns, expose unethical activity, and go ask advice without worrying about facing any consequences. Last but not least, dealing with negative attitudes and discipline issues called a proactive, multi-dimensional strategy that prioritize ethics, responsibility, and positive reinforcement. And that's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Arvindas Padmanathan. I am from batch 27A. My ID number is DEM0122073. Today I want to talk about the clarification of the bad attitude and discipline problem. An organization has several obstacles in the dynamic modern of workplace. Chief among them being the need to deal with the employee dissatisfaction behavior issues. And also, these problems can take many different shapes, and each and one needs unique strategy to solve. Business may learn more about the nature, cause, and a possible solution of this issue by categorize them. Will be ultimately lead a recreation of a more wholesome and effective work environment. And also, behavior difficulties are a major category of concern related to a discipline and negative attitudes. Acts like gossiping, being impolite, being late, being absent, and not cooperating are included in the category. This kind of action can damage team morale and the interference with the workflow, which lowers production and increase the employee unhappiness. The performance issue categorization another important one. Workers may find a difficult field of job requirement and also finishing assignment late, create mediocre work, or perform below expectation on a regular basis. This problem might be caused by the things like disengagement, low motivation, and skill gaps, which emphasize the signification of focused intervention to improve performance deal with the underlying cases. Problem can make an attitude like a separate category. Negative attitude like indifferences, cynicism, pessimism, or opposite to change them like a display to the employee. This mindset have a potential to contaminate the workplace, impeding the creativity, teamwork, and overall organization effects. Fostering the culture of optimism, offering assistance for personal development, and encouraging a feeling to purpose among these members to all of the necessary in addressing the attitude issues. And also, poor communication is a major thing that a contributing factor of the issue, the discipline and negative attitude. Teams might become distressful and resentful as a result of misunderstanding. Poor listening is a technique and an innovative communication method. To listen to affect communication obstacles, organizations should place a high priority on an effective communication technique. Encourage active listening and offer training, improve impersonal skills. Another category is of poor behavior and discipline issue is an ethical or integrity infraction, employee dishonesty, and also unethical behavior or policy infraction might jeopardize the organization integrity and also and the reputation. Preventing such a problem and prevention. That's all from me. Thank you, sir.
Hi everyone, my name is Mufi Victor from batch 27A. ID number DEM 0922200363. And today I want to talk about conclusion. In conclusion, professionalism and ethics serve as cornerstones for organizational success in the complex web of contemporary commercial operations. These guiding concepts determine an organization's culture, reputation, and long-term viability, in addition to influencing how individuals behave inside it. In the end, business that priorities professionalism and ethics are better equipped to overcome obstacles, take advantage of opportunities, and prosper in a market that is always changing. Thank you.